Following a belt-tightening budget on a provincial level, it was only natural for the City of Swift Current to make its own cutbacks for the coming year. And with that said, a 4% mill rate increase was announced to the public, a figure which was derived from the following formula.
That was basically the amount that was needed to balance the operating budget. Based on all the inputs, at the end of the day, we take our transfers and all the other revenues that come in, and essentially, I'll say the net amount left is what needs to be collected from taxation, and it was roughly 4% shortfall.
Therefore, to the average homeowner in Swift Current, the tax increase is as follows. Anyone with a 25 to 30-year-old three-bedroom bungalow will see a tax increase of $20 to $26 per year in their property tax bill. Older homes will see an increase of $20 or less per year, while a newer-end home with a high assessment will be $60 a year. Any increase which the city's mayor states is justified during the current state of the provincial economy.
Yeah, it's a year that we face some challenges in terms of revenue with the municipal operating grant being frozen at last year's level. So that was a significant challenge of about $680,000 in revenue that we were short. So like most other cities across the province, we decided to increase taxes.
The city's debt load was also spotlighted during the budget presentation, with a slight increase from the previous year. However, the city's director of finance stresses the money will be recouped through a number of projects.
The debt ended up at just over $40 million, which was 1.5, I think, higher than the previous year. And the net increase was solely due to the infrastructure that the city has to put in order to accommodate its growth. And it's mainly in the area of Highland and, of course, the Springs Valley commercial development. And for the next 4 years going forward, it's debt that comes interest-free to the city. So aside from paying back the outstanding amount as the properties sell, the city does not have to make any interest payments thanks to the province.
Additional revenue for the city will also be derived through the annual $100 levy per household to pay off the debt on the CYPRESS Regional Hospital, which is expected to be paid in full by 2016. The city's outlook for 2010 includes operating expenditures of just over $37 million and capital expenses of $16 million, for a total budget of $54.7 million. Money which will be targeting a number of projects, including an investment of $7.2 million for 2011 and 2012 into a new fire hall for the city of Swift Current. Upgrades to the city's water treatment plant are also high on the list of priorities. The $14 million project is slated for completion by 2011 and will involve another water utility rate increase to local customers.
That's right. This was a few years ago. There was a bylaw that I think it established about 2% increases for a 5-year period. So as of January 1st, 2010, that 2% did apply. But to finance this upgrade, there will be another increase later on this year. I'm not exactly sure that date, but I would anticipate it'll be within the next 3 or 4 months.
Other budget highlights include the city's plans to invest $2 million into the downtown core to upgrade its power lines to an underground system, $75,000 on street lights, and $10,000 for new park benches to enhance the downtown shopping experience. Kinetic Park will also receive some attention from paving of the parking lot to new washrooms at the saloon. Discussions in the Parks and Recreation Department also surround an all-weather track, with the hopes of attracting the 2016 Saskatchewan Summer Games to Swift Current.
Well, an all-weather track our first or initial would be working in cooperation with the schools. Right now, that's probably the best place for it. But there's a lot of strategic partnerships that would have to be done. For example, if we're going to do a new multi-use facility at some point, do we just go right along with that and use that as part of the grounds? That might be the best solution. Depending on the timelines for that project, maybe it is something that we look at. Partnering with a comprehensive high school. We could go to Riverdene. We're also looking at lighting, and that would be part of the project. So we have it identified. We kind of know the figures. It's just a matter of moving forward and figuring out when, where, and where it's going to best fit.
And according to City Hall records, 13 out of a total of 18 years from 1993 to 2002 saw Swift Current City Council approving a 0% tax increase.